Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel for an updated Rory Gilmore makeup look using super cute K-beauty products. I'm sure you've seen some of these adorable products on my channel before and they are all on sale for Black Friday, so I'll have everything linked down below and you can find all the products I'm using on Amazon. The sales will be November 24th and all the brands I'll be using will be up to 55% on sale. I thought this would be fun because I did a Rory Gilmore look years ago when I was a lot younger and closer to her age. Now I prefer much more mature makeup, but I thought it could be fun to try a very youthful look like Rory. I'm wearing a similar iconic sweater to the pilot episode, a little choker, and you'll have to let me know if you'd like to see a Lorelai tutorial as well. Let's start with skincare. First product is the Abib Acne Foam Cleanser with Heartleaf. This is best for acne-prone and sensitive skin, and a mistake I've constantly made is over-exfoliating my skin when I have a breakout. This is super gentle and refreshing. Still using Abib, this is the Heartleaf Spot Pad Calming Touch with 80 pads. These pads were all over Seoul, and you can use it as a mask on problem areas like I'm doing here, or run it over the skin texture to cleanse and soothe redness and damaged skin. Next up, the Skin 1004 Centella Ampoule Treatment. Love going in with serums for extra hydration and smoothness. This is non-greasy, so I love it. This serum is suitable for acne-prone skin and sensitive skin types. Following up with the Jumiso All Day Vitamin Pure C 5.5 Glow Serum. This brightens, moisturizes, doesn't sting, and is great for improving skin texture. Keep this in the fridge to prevent it from oxidizing. These products together have done wonders for my skin, especially the C Serum. Finishing off the skincare with my Rory wig on, I'll add a little more Tocobo Multi-Ceramide Cream for dry skin and healing a damaged skin barrier. Finally, we have the Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum with Ginseng and Retinal. This is great for anti-aging. I don't really have a lot of puffiness under the eyes, but I definitely use an eye cream every day at 28. Its retinol liposome formula is packed with natural goodness to keep your skin well nourished with anti-aging benefits. Gives deep hydration while being gentle, which is so important for under the eye. Another Tocobo product that is one of my favorites is their lip mask. I love this one. Vita Glazed Lip Mask. Again, this has gorgeous packaging. This comes with a little lip brush, but I'm just going to use my finger. Our skincare is complete, and now that we've prepped the skin and the lips, it's time for this makeup transformation / recreation. Keep in mind, I'm a decade older than Rory, more than a decade older, so this is just for fun and just a light, fresh makeup look that anyone could try, but you'll have to let me know what you think of it. Starting with the Jelly Cushion, which is moisturizing and not cakey. It's a vegan and a glow finish cushion, so it's gonna look like our skin but better. This is so light, it just feels like skin. Feels like I'm adding another moisturizer. Here I'm using the shade 03 Honey, and this fits me really well when I have no tan. If you saw any like black marks on my face right here, it's because I did spray my hair with a root touch-up spray to make it a bit darker. Hopefully it's gone. Very natural with a dewy finish. Instead of going with a brightening concealer, let's use a Salmon concealer. This is a lot more subtle and you can use just a bit to color correct right underneath the eyes. Oh, I love that. I find this concealer doesn't settle into fine lines, and if you have any dark spots on your skin, you can also use this as well. I love to tap this in with my finger. Super easy. So far we haven't used any brushes. The packaging on this one looks so vintage to me. This product by Amuse is so cute. It's the Soft Cream Cheek, and this is in Pink Toast. They have several different shades, and these blend in really well, and an iconic feature of the Gilmore Girls is that they always look like they've just come from the cold. They have blushy cheeks. It always looks very natural, so this is the placement I'm doing. This looks like a lot, but it blends out pretty sheer. I created a V-like shape. I'm going up the cheek. And then Rory blushes down here. And blend touches of this pink throughout the skin. Skipping contour on the cheeks, if you can believe it. I always like to go in with a heavier contour here, but we're gonna skip that, but I am gonna add in a couple more details to the nose and chin to make myself appear a little bit more like Alexis Bledel. Since I'll use powder contour, I'm using one of my favorite powders. This is by Skinfood. It is a translucent powder with a little puff, and this just makes the pores go away and mattifies and sets really well. See what takes some of that shine away? I do like a bit of a dewy texture, but I do get a bit oily anyway, so I like to mattify it at first, and then throughout the day it'll get some of that radiance back, and then if it gets too oily, I just grab for this again. If you're in school or you want to bring a powder to the workplace, like this one's so cute. Adding more blush, this also helps to make contours look a lot more natural if you kind of add in some skin-like tones so there's no harsh edges. I'm using a matte contour powder, but because it's such light makeup, I really can't go too far with like transformation, but I am going to add some contacts. These make them appear slightly icier. They're the only ones I had, so hopefully it works. Since the show released in the 2000s, the thin brow was still quite popular. Rory's brows, basically, like this part is not there. I do have a purple glue that I could try, but that's like a drag technique that I think won't match this style. So let's try to just naturally fill them in. This is the Romand All Flat Brow. The shade is Gentle Brown. Adding a bit of concealer, and when I blend this out, you'll still be able to see my brow, but this is pretty close to a Rory-inspired brow. Of course, this is like a very natural look, so you don't want to be doing this. You want to work with your natural brow. But you guys know, for fun, I like to try to get close to the inspiration. With this, you can also add some faux freckles for an even more natural look. This is the Better Than palette in Pampas Garden. Lightest shade on the brow bone. Let's mix this brown and this pink. They're both matte. Really lightly adding this into the crease. More pink. Outer corner. Touch of this pretty shimmer to the lid. This palette has a touch more sparkle to the sheen shadows. So Rory didn't usually wear glitter, but I mean, it is very 2000s. More peach into the crease, and subtly defining the eye like I normally would, but keeping it in very sheer layers and smoking it out so you can't really see where anything ends and begins. Taking the medium brown under the bottom lash line. To open the eye, you can go with a light shadow in the waterline, adding lightness in the inner corner as well. Finally, with the deepest shadow, let's smoke this right into the lash right here. This is the Heimish mascara, and it's a smudge-free formula designed for a long lash look. I'm really not enhancing my lashes too much for this, but it's definitely smudge-free. I picked out two different shades here, and looking at some photos, like especially when she's in her school outfit, it looks a little bit more peachy pink, but then in other scenes, especially when she's just come out from inside, it looks more rosy and like a cherry chapstick. So I'm gonna go with this is tough. I'll try this one first. This is the shade Fig Brown, using this to shape and tint the lips. This is kind of a perfect everyday Rory color, but then you can take a balm and tint it in different ways. So let's go a little bit more like cherry chapstick. This is the Glasting Melting Balm in Hippie Berry. Cute, and all the textures are very sheer. And here is the everyday Rory look. Stay tuned because I know where they filmed the pilot, and it's in Canada. It's a place called Unionville, so I'm gonna go and check it out. I totally wish I went earlier in the fall, but let's see if we can find some iconic locations. Lone coffee cup by the church. We also have two outfits that are very Rory inspired. Oh, I said I'm glad there's not a lot of people out, or I'd be embarrassed because I'm like total
Rory.
tourism. I'm Rory. So this is where they shot Luke's Diner, though it looks nothing like it, and it's a spa. So right here, the sign was placed. And they tried to cover this with little leaves. After a long day in Stars Hallow, Unionville, I'm using the Heimish All Clean Balm. Again, all of these products are on sale for Black Friday. And for this, you just apply it to your face before adding any water. And then you just rub and it melts right off. Especially getting into the lashes. You can see all the makeup residue coming up. No need to double cleanse, but I am going to go in with the same skincare steps. Again, everything is linked down below. This has become one of my favorite skincare routines that I've tried. My skin has cleared up a lot. If you want to see my full vlog behind the scenes checking out Unionville, be sure to check out my second channel. I had a lot of fun today, and I'll see you in my next video.